This episode of the Poundcast is in part brought to you by Louisville Vegan Jerky Company. They make Louisville Vegan Jerky. That's right. It's meatless, plant-based jerky, and you can find them at lvjco.com. And they have lots of different flavors you can choose from, such as buffalo hot wing, pepperoni pizza, smoky Carolina barbecue, and they also have limited edition flavors that they come out with every month. And the newest flavor is Real Tough Jerky. Okay? What's Real Tough Jerky? It's a Texas mesquite barbecue flavor, and it is a tougher, chewier texture that is reminiscent of classic jerky. So if you order on the website and use the code word Poundcast, you get 20% off your order. Now, this stuff is bagged in the United States. It has a shelf life of 9 months, and you don't have to order it online. If you want to order it in person at stores, you can find it at places like Whole Foods and Sprouts. And just check out their website, lvjco.com. Once again, use the code word Poundcast and get 20% off your order.
Brent talking. Brent, what will Brent talk about today? Brent talking to some pimples. Brent will talk to friends, and Brent talking on the Poundcast.
Welcome to the Poundcast. My name is Brent Weinbach, and I'm here with Cam George and Pete Ditzler.
Hey, I'm just making sure this is in the industry. You're supposed to keep this thing one fist away. How does this look, Brent? See,
like this?
Yeah.
Because there's like a little bit of a gap here.
I
So
want to make sure it's
should...
not too.
Like this?
A little closer.
Yeah.
A little closer?
The mic, yeah.
Like, okay. Oh, now, wait, do I go... How do I do... What about this part? What about the other hand? What do I do with that one?
You can have more control holding it like this and kind of... And then talking like this.
Okay, what about like this?
Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah, I'll go like this a little bit, cup both.
Uh-huh.
Go like that.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But your mouth should be up against the fist.
Let's see how Pete does this.
I think it's like this.
That looks good.
Something like that.
That's pretty good, man. That's a good...
Again, you just want to have one on there, and then I'm like itchy down here. I hope this doesn't look weird.
Do you have like do you have like a finger back here for support too, or?
Yeah, toggling the fucking low pass filter.
Outside you introduced yourself as Peter, and I've known you as Pete.
That's interesting.
Are you trying to go more pro these days by going Peter?
Yeah, I think my default has always been pro, but it's been recently like led by this guy. I think the Pete movement started.
Really? You've always gone with Peter.
I coined the term Pete.
What about you? Do you ever go as Cameron?
Very rarely.
Just Cam. Now let me ask you
Cam.
this: have you ever thought about changing your name to Webcam George? And have you ever thought of changing your name to Pete Dinklage?
I've considered that. Yeah.
Okay.
I call him when he gets home from work. I'll be like, "Hey, yo, PD Dick."
Yeah.
I'll say, "Yo, PD on that fucking cock." I'll call him that.
And I won't even have time to take my backpack off. I'm just getting harassed from the other room over.
Just cute nicknames like Wiener Pete.
Or you could change your name to Pedophile.
Yeah.
You know, pedophile, not pedophile,
Yeah.
pedophile,
separate.
pedophile.
Yeah.
You know,
Have you ever gone by Bren? Like dropping off your last letter?
Bren.
Yeah.
You should go by Bart and just tell people to eat their
Yeah.
fucking shorts.
Yeah.
Eat them and weep. What about? I was suggesting because you guys do comedy together, comedy videos and stuff.
Yes,
I
sir.
suggested maybe changing your names to Pete and Pete.
That
And
was the greatest mistake. Us never adopting that.
You considered it though.
And then months after is when I discovered that was the name of a show. I didn't get the joke.
Oh, you didn't get the reference?
No. Did you ever get the reference?
At the time, I thought I understood, and then when
I thought I did too.
Yeah.
And then
What
I
did
found
you
out,
think it was?
Oh, just that it was like kind of a funny joke.
Oh,
on its
just
own.
that it's Pete and Pete, and even though your name's not Pete,
Yeah.
Yeah.
his name's not Pete.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But then once it clicked, we were fucking laughing our.
Hold on a
butts
second. Let
off.
me understand this.
Yes, sir.
You discovered it later.
Yeah.
The show, The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Yeah.
How did you discover it?
I think some coworker was just talking about early Nick, because it was on Nick, right? Or am I misremembering that detail?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they were just talking. I got some older coworkers.
I mean, I wouldn't consider it early Nick, but I guess relative to
Early
now, I guess it's early Nick.
This is like a Gen X thing or something.
Yeah.
Pete?
It's like pre Dexter's. Or no, Dexter was not Nick, but pre the Surfer Show.
I mean,
Can't
look,
remember
it
that
wasn't as early as, say, you can't do that on television,
Yeah.
but it might have been a contemporary of Hey Dude
Yeah.
or something, you know?
Something like that.
Okay, so someone brought up The Adventures of Pete and Pete, and you thought, oh, that's what he was referencing.
Literally, yeah. Do you remember our faces when you said the joke to us originally? Like, did we sell it? Like, we understood it?
Yeah, I thought so. You guys kind of faked it a bit, huh?
Yeah, we
Or you
kinda
just thought
got
it was
that
an
in.
absurd idea.
I very rarely fake my laughs. I think it was, you know what a lot of times happens to me is someone will tell me a joke or something, or I'll read something and I'll laugh or have like an expression, and it's like my gut understands it perfectly. My body takes it in, and then my mind has to wait a little bit to catch up.
Guess what? I like that more. That's what I want with my comedy. I don't want people to think about it. I want them to react with their bodies.
Like it sounds a certain way
Yes.
that I'm like, and then
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
And by the way, any references that I do, I always hope that people don't need to get the reference, but they just think the reference is funny anyway because it sounds funny. Pete and Pete. You don't need to know that was a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah, exactly.
It was pretty selfish of me because when I learned it, I didn't even text him or anything. I didn't
really?
text him to be like, "Hey, do you remember that joke Brent laid on us?" Like,
What
I
was-
didn't even warn him.
what was
so I
your
don't know
face?
when you
You
learned.
laid a fat fucking egg on our face, and
What,
we just took it.
what was your face like when you heard somebody talking about The Adventures of Pete and Pete? Did you think,
Like a light bulb went off. for
let me
sure.
see the face?
I did a jerk
He was
back
like
with
this.
my
Did you
neck
think to
too.
yourself, and did
No,
it flash?
Pete, remember with a fist, he was like this.
Yeah, I would.
Was there a flashback all of a sudden? Did
Yeah.
you all of a sudden get transported back to that night when I said, you guys should go by Pete and Pete?
Yeah, I think we were in the front yard somewhere, and we were playing beanbag toss. And you said you took us aside to pitch us that.
Yeah.
Bro, it was probably like the end of fucking La La Land. I haven't seen it, but I feel like that's probably what it was like dancing on cars.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I think
It was a whole sequence, cinematic sequence for you.
Yeah.
And when did you learn about Pete and Pete?
Pete and Pete. This is the first I'm hearing of this show.
Oh, you're learning
I
now.
Oh, this is live
Wait,
reaction.
hold on. Whoa, you're learning now.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys
I'll-
are talking about, honestly.
I'll be honest. I had a feeling that was the case. I don't know why I
you
never
serious?
told him
Yes,
to catch him up.
100%.
And you never told him.
He
No,
never
I-
told me.
I was
and
pretty
somehow
selfish.
you've been just going along with this just now.
We've known each other for 15 years. Pete, you know when you can sense things about me.
That's
Something
right.
felt off. I wasn't as expressive as I could be, maybe.
So you just learned that it was a Nickelodeon show,
Yes,
The
sir.
Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Yes, sir.
We got his live reaction and everything.
Wow, it's funny because I did not think you were learning that.
Again, I think it's a gut thing in the moment, and just now, my mind's like, okay, that's.
Yeah.
So what is your face doing right now?
I'm going. I'm
He's in
going.
shock. Balls and all.
Speaking of your face, I got to bring this up.
Please.
I had this revelation recently, okay? I was looking at a picture of somebody, and I thought this person looked very much like you.
Yeah.
And I thought I had to let you know. I sent you a picture, and I think I'm right. I sent it to some other people we know, too.
You sent it to them first before
No,
me.
no. I sent you. You were first.
Okay.
And then, wait,
I
hold on.
appreciate
Do
that.
you see the resemblance? Let's not say who it is just yet.
I saw it, and I was kind of flabbergasted.
You were. And then you showed it to your girlfriend,
She was behooved.
and she really saw the resemblance.
Mm-hmm.
Can we bring it up? Is it possible to bring it up on the screen? We're talking about none other than actress Hilary Swank. There's a particular picture. If you could type in maybe Hilary Swank. Oh, gosh. What's the name of the movie that she was in the early 2000s?
$1 Million Baby?
No, it was not. It was...
The Adventures of Pete and
She
Pete.
plays some sort of police officer or detective or something like that who's helping
Crash.
a more senior
People
detective.
People say I have resting blue face matters. People say I have resting blue lives matter.
Oh, first of all, what movie was she in that was a... What? Which one?
What was it?
What was the... Resting what?
I have
Resting... The
I have
second
resting.
one you said.
Sorry, this was the joke. Again, my gut had it first, and then my mind had to catch up. I think the joke was, I have resting Blue Lives Matter face.
Yeah.
Because she was a cop in that movie.
Yes, I heard that part. Yeah. And then with the next part?
The first time I just...
How about resting blue in the face?
I like that, yeah.
Resting blue in the face.
I get
It's
resting
not that
swank
one.
face.
If you can look up, what movie was she in the early 2000s where she plays a younger detective who's helping an older detective solve a case? I don't remember what it is, but she's sitting in a car and she's smiling, and I tell you, it looks like Webcam George.
She had
Well,
blue face?
I mean, okay, this is not the picture. It is Insomnia, by the way. That's the picture. That's the name of the movie.
Swanked
Can you
up.
actually type in just Hilary Swank Insomnia and see what else comes up? I can see it on your monitor, by the way. She's sitting in a car, and she's smiling.
Do you remember
She's,
that?
there
type
it
of
is,
car?
right there. I see it on the left one right there. Yeah, let's do that. And I think this is a real Webcam George
see
blue
this
in the
thing.
face sort of look here.
I wish I had your seat. I can't see his monitor from here.
Yeah, well,
I wish I had the advanced.
Oh,
preview.
I'll give you the play-by-play.
Okay,
He's he did a copy of it or something, or a screenshot or something of it, and now he's going to load it into a program where he could bring it up on the screen here. It's amazing sort of technology that
You're a visual storyteller.
I got that swank face.
Yeah, no, you've definitely got some swank on that face.
Resting swank.
You
I'm
got
all
that
swanked
resting
up.
swank face.
I'm all swanked up.
Yeah, I know. When people say, "Oh, this is a swanky bar," they're kind of referring to, well, this is sort of a distorted image, though.
But I think
unfortunately.
we kind of get the gist.
That's actually-
that's
wait.
pretty much.
That's actually not even the image, is it?
She looks like Millie Brown Bobby.
Millie,
Doesn't she in the face a little bit there?
Millie Brown.
Millie Brown.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not even the one. I guess that's not
Does
quite
she
the
not?
one I was thinking
She
of.
kinda does,
Do you
yeah.
have it on your telephone?
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Brent, does anyone ever tell you how hard it would be to find the studio if you didn't send them directions to it?
Well, we always send directions. That's
I would
well,
not have figured
I
this
guess
out.
that's the pic. Oh no,
It is, that's the
It's not
picture.
the picture. I think that's not. Is that the picture?
It is the picture. That one is
Oh,
just
that-
a little distorted. This doesn't have a watermark.
Oh, maybe
on
it's because it
Wow.
says Shutterstock and stuff on it. But
it. Yeah.
here,
Swank stock.
yeah. Well, anyway, it looks
That's
like
it.
Cambo Slice, does it not?
That's me. Do you think I have the same aura as Mrs. Swank?
I would like to think that.
Brent, do you have a Shutterstock account that you were able to get that watermark free and send it to him?
Yeah, I've been a big supporter of Shutter. I've been a member of Shutterstock for about 3.5 plus years.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Getty guy.
Oh yeah, you're a member of Getty.
Mm.
Uh-huh. I told you about the Getty, right?
I don't know if you did.
Well, about what I associate the Getty with, right?
I don't think so.
Well, first of all, there's a museum. There's the Getty Museum,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. Maybe it's connected to Getty Images.
Is it
They probably do
probably
have a lot
is.
of
the
images
Getty
there.
estate?
They have a
Okay.
lot of paintings.
It's not connected to Gettysburg. I know that.
Do you guys?
Oh.
You've seen Lost Highway, the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the actor Balthazar Getty? He's part of the
I'm not
Getty
familiar.
family.
He's,
And
he's
that's
in
not
the Getty
no
dynasty.
joke. That's no joke.
Okay.
Balthazar
Balthazar.
Getty is part of the Getty. He's part of the Getty that does the museum.
Like
Yeah.
the Pokemon, Balthazar.
Is there a
May-
pocket monster called
Am I wrong about that?
Balthazar?
But I don't know.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's
I
like the
don't know.
leaf guy. I think it's like one of the starter ones.
I think he's. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not going to fact check you this time, but we'll say
let
that's
it go.
correct.
Well, check this out.
Fact check averted.
The Getty. I was at the Getty Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know where that is, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There was a couple there, particularly this man. They were wearing all white. This couple. They were kind of, I don't know. They might have been in their. Well, it's hard to say. At the time, I was probably in my early 20s or something. But I think the guy was maybe in his 40s or 50s, probably.
Whoa.
And they were wearing white, and they were really. I mean, no disrespect to anybody who has any work done, but they were very plastic surgerized.
Mm.
And the man, he had this very sort of particular look.
Oh, okay.
His buttocks were just very pronounced,
Wow.
and he was wearing these white pants.
How would you pronounce him? Like ass.
Exactly, yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's right. That's it. That's a good pronunciation of what it was like. And he was wearing these white pants. They were almost kind of like Cavaricci's, and his buttocks were kind of just bubbling out of them in a way. And he was wearing a white shirt, and he had this dyed black hair, and he was just very Getty. I always now think of when I think of the word Getty, I think of a very plastic surgerized sort of look, and particularly sort of sculpted buttocks, kind of, filling out a white sort of blousy pant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very evocative.
And I think of, and I just think of, a very sort of artificial look.
I'm so
Getty.
bricked up right now just hearing all that.
You're so what?
I'm so bricked up.
I thought you were going to say you're so swanked up. Just listen to that.
Wait, was it the part about his ass bubbling?
Yeah. Just describing that
bricked up.
ass.
You guys are best friends.
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say so. We
Yeah.
met each other collecting leaves with our moms in like
7th grade?
7th grade.
Wait, you've what?
We were collecting leaves with each other's moms. Or with our moms, but we
this
were
is
collecting
in
leaves?
the same area.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff you have to do in Pennsylvania. Like, just put them in a
Yeah.
book and then close it, so then the leaf gets like fossilized.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did that?
Yeah.
Why were you doing that at the same time?
It was for fun. For its school project.
for
Can I ask
school
you
project,
kind of a somewhat, I don't know, inappropriate question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were you guys the same height back then in 7th grade?
I think he had a couple inches on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
And
be
then you
honest.
guys kind of evened out.
Because I played basketball up until high school.
You were big in basketball camp. I went one time, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Do you guys are still, did you become instant best friends, or did it take a while for you to catch up height-wise?
There was an ice age, I feel like.
There was.
I feel like we really started catching up back in 11th grade, maybe, or 10th grade.
Because again, I think my gut felt like we were best friends, and then I had to catch up. to
Yeah,
that.
in your mind, yeah.
And also, this is with the whole height thing. It's like 2 weeks ago, I thought I was 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So you can't ask me about height stuff. I don't know.
Are you guys the same height now?
Yeah. Are you 5'6"?
Again, yeah, I was shocked when I found out I wasn't 6 foot.
Yeah.
Maybe you were looking at it in a mirror or something like that.
That could have been it.
You thought you were 6'5".
I think we're pretty much identical in height.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty much identical, period.
Do you have a ruler here or anything that we could
Well, let me see.
nail this
I
down
can-
for short?
I know this
Okay.
thing is 12 foot
Yeah.
long or something. I'm just kidding.
Uh,
So, okay, you guys became best friends how soon into knowing each other?
I really don't remember.
I can't
the
remember
first time
either.
we hung out outside of collecting leaves with each other's moms.
I don't know who you really were hanging out with in middle school going into like high school. I was
Yeah.
hanging out with kids that would like put chips under other people's seats during
Yeah.
lunch, and they would sit on a chip.
Oh.
And
I
they
was
would
kind of in
crack-
with a bad crowd.
You mean Lay's?
Yeah, Lay's.
Something
and
like
sun,
that. No,
sun
yeah.
chips were the deadliest
For some
ones.
reason, the first image that came to my mind was a gambling chip.
Okay, yeah.
I
like,
first thought of gambling chips, and I thought, that's not so bad, you know? Someone sits on a chip, they just think, wait, what's this disc? And then they just see,
No,
it's just,
I'm talking about like the salsa sun chips. Like
Yeah.
the crumbs were just diabolical.
I don't like that.
Well, I feel like I maybe joined your friend group in the era of cracker fucking. I feel like that's when I got into that
What is
friend
that?
group.
We were doing this thing where like we would put like you'd sneak like a little like cracker or Triscuit into someone's like chest
Oh,
pocket
goodness.
and then like break it.
Oh, God.
It was a
Horrible.
bad posse.
Like,
I
you
was
would
in with a
punch-
bad crowd.
That is horrible.
Punch their chest.
Wow, that's horrible.
I was
The
in with a
punching
really
of the
bad
chest
crowd.
isn't so bad as the crumbs to me.
Yeah.
The crumb
it's
fucking
the
was
crumbs.
crazy. And
to
I
me,
started that.
It's the
It was
food.
bad.
It's getting the food on the clothes that I
It's-
have an issue with.
it's
I mean,
really bad.
punching the chest isn't great either, but it's not as big of an offense to me.
Yeah.
No, because that thing is like caked in there. That's gonna
Caked.
take a couple of washes.
Yeah,
I
it's
w-
hard
yeah.
to get crumbs out of a pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how hard it is to get lint out of there. Now imagine little particles of sun chip.
Like
No, it's
dust,
really bad.
essentially.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Salsa sun chipped?
Yeah.
Again, I think I just got in with the wrong crowd.
Surely. And you were the leader.
I think I had a little posse. Lunchtime, it was pretty.
You got in with the
crazy.
wrong crowd, and you were the leader of it.
Yeah, they said Swank is our guy.
Yeah.
They like that Swank. But then
Yeah.
I think we started hanging out, and then
Yeah.
right.
But you do think you look like Swank, right?
100%
You do now.
swanked up.
But your girlfriend really thought so.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you think he looks like Millie Brown? By
Millie
extension.
Brown. I think maybe you look more like Millie Brown.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you're trying to push that on other people.
I'm trying to think of who you look like, to be honest.
Yeah.
Again, I told him
I-
out there. He looks.
Honestly, I'm seeing it right now.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
That's insane because I've gotten that before and I do not see that.
You know what I
Really?
see?
At all.
Ryan Gosling, Charlie Chaplin, and a little bit of one of the Three Stooges, Curly Fry.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
One of the
You do look a
Marxist
little bit like
brothers.
Curly Fry.
Dude, Curly Fry fucking cracked me up.
What about one of the Marxist brothers?
The Marxist brothers.
I feel like I could be Groucho or something. Nacho?
Nacho Marx.
Yeah.
Nacho Marxist. So
Mama's
you guys
Marx.
are best friends now, and I love that. You know why? Because I love friendship.
Yeah.
I love friendship between people.
Yeah.
You guys share everything with each other?
Pretty much. I think I don't really have a filter, so I'll tell him anything. And then I think he's more of like an ox.
No,
with
I meant,
things.
do you share the same clothes? You know, do you share the same undies? Do you share the same jock straps?
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Uh-huh.
We share the same bathroom, and the other day I woke up
jeez.
extra early to catch a shower, and I'm in there. I thought I avoided the traffic.
No, hold on a second.
I'm in there, I'm scrubbing and everything, and I just hear pounding on the door.
And now we need context. We've lived together now for 4 years?
Yes.
Yeah, like 4 years?
Yeah.
We always lock the bathroom door when one of us is in there.
This is true.
Which sounds crazy, because it's not like we're going to come in there and do anything while the other one's using it.
Yeah.
But this is the one time where this made sense.
Yeah. So I'm hearing pounding. Keep in mind, like, he can hear the shower from outside the door. Like, he knows I'm in there.
It's his
clear as
day off. He's
Yeah.
cleaning
The first
himself.
pound, did it jolt you?
It did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What
I was
kind
like
of face
deep in
did you,
thought.
what was your face looking like?
I went
No, you
kind of
were
like when I
this.
learned about Pete and Pete.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
exactly.
like-
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is the thing. So for the correct timeline, it looks like this.
Yeah.
My girlfriend comes over. We had gotten in a fight the night before. She's like, "I'm gonna make it up."
Dip.
to
She
you."
was she was kind of saying how much you look like Hillary Swank.
Yeah.
And you thought, I don't
I
really
got
see
upset.
it, and I
Yeah.
think this isn't going to work.
And so she brought me over some unpasteurized purple lemonade from Erewhon. I chug it.
Unpasteurized? What does that mean?
Unpasteurized purple lemonade.
And why is it purple?
Louis Pasteur got no fingers on this.
I don't know. It looked really cool. It seemed like a nice little treat.
Mm-hmm.
So I chugged that thing. Now
Yeah.
Pete's in the shower at this point. I'd say maybe 3 minutes passed.
This is what time?
So I drink it. He hops in the shower. 3 minutes go by.
What time in the morning is this? Is it truly the morning?
You know, I might have fibbed earlier. It was probably midday.
Hey, that's the morning for some people.
Yeah,
I
it
guess,
was-
Right?
I got home a bit late in the day, coming from my
Early
girlfriend.
afternoon, dude.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, early afternoon. I was in there. I
Okay.
need to wash,
Yeah.
and I'm just in there. I'm scrubbing. I'm deep in thought. I do a lot of my thinking in the shower, and I hear pounding and help,
I was yelling
emergency.
help. I was like, dude, you gotta open up. I'm like, I'm gonna shit in a towel if you don't open up. I had a bathroom towel.
It was making you go poo poo.
I was gonna shit myself.
This lemonade makes you go poop.
Now keep in mind, I haven't shit myself in probably months, so this was really scary for me.
Right.
And you know, my girlfriend. I mean, she didn't. She was playing Fortnite in the other room, but I had a.
So she didn't know about what was going on.
No, she was like, I can't believe this is happening. Really.
She's playing the game. I can't believe this is happening. I guess go to the bathroom.
Yeah. And so I grab a beige towel that I've owned for 4 years. So it's no loss if that thing gets covered in poopy.
It's pretty raggedy.
I'm holding it up. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to shit in it and then just wrap it up like a burrito and, you know, take it to a quarry or wherever you put that.
Keep in mind, I've secured my fortress. I've locked the bathroom door. But out of the kindness of my heart, I'm like, okay, I guess this sounds like an emergency.
Yeah.
I don't know what the stakes are. I didn't know about the towel. I didn't know what was happening on the other side of the door. But
Your pants are down already?
I mean, they were on barely.
keep in mind my pants were down too because I was in the shower. And
Right.
I was like, okay, I got to speed this
I
up.
was doing a party trick where you take off your like panties or undies like with like one leg while keeping your shorts on. So I was ready to
Okay.
go boo.
Okay.
Okay, and then I turn off the faucet.
Turn
whatever
off
you
the
call it,
faucet?
the shower head.
He showers in the
Why?
zone.
I think of them as the same thing. I was just like, I got to help this guy out.
Well, why did you have to turn off the water?
Because I had to get out.
Why did you have to get out?
Because
You guys are best friends, aren't you?
the thing is, it's like slippery tile. I can't even like unlock the door from the shower, so it's like to be able to even let him in, I have to like. I was gonna be getting out of the shower anyway.
Really?
Which is it's a hassle.
How long was he banging for till you got out?
I let it simmer. At first, I kind of like ignored the first knocks because I just was like, this is like a joke maybe. I thought he was like shouting "Petey Dick" or something like that, like he normally does.
I will shout PD Dick at him in
But
the apartment.
then I realized it's an emergency. I hurry and then I put a towel around my waist and I scurry out. And I caught a glimpse of the towel. Like, he's not kidding about potentially shitting
I
in
was
the towel.
holding it like the stinky kid in Charlie Brown, the one that has the security blanket.
Linus.
Yeah.
And
No, Pigpen is the one. That
Well,
smells like shit.
there's two guys there. The stinky kid he doesn't have a blanket.
He's
Pigpen.
Pigpen, yeah.
Pigpen's the dirty one, and then there's Linus has the blanket.
He's constantly about to shit himself.
is that Mandela effect? I always thought they both had blankies.
I
think
know.
blankies?
I don't know. I know Linus to be the blanket holder.
Okay, that might be a new effect.
But
for
I went
Mandela.
in there. I was lying. Pete got out. I went in. Dude, it was crazy. I was like pissing out of my butt.
Really?
It was
So it was
bad.
this purple lemonade.
It was so bad.
Really? Did the lemonade taste good going in?
Oh, it was awesome.
Really?
Yeah, I would do it again.
Really? You would?
On the toilet.
Now, how did it feel coming out? Was it citrusy?
I mean,
Did you have that citrus sting on the crack or what?
weirdly, coming out, it felt like it had been pasteurized by my body. Because going in was more
Right.
unfiltered.
It was unpasteurized, and then it became pasteurized.
Something did it
Yeah.
in there. And
It's all
then,
natural.
yeah.
So, how soon after you chugged it did you have to go?
Like minutes.
Really?
Yes.
You chugged it, and then you're sort of sitting about, kind of watching your girlfriend play Fortnite,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden you said, "Uh-oh," and you ran to the door.
Yeah. I said, uh-oh, my hole's got to open.
Mm-hmm.
My hole was like knocking on my like butt cheeks in a way.
Yeah. First, you heard a pounding on your hole, but it was closed,
Yes.
and then you had to open it up.
He had an ass that was bubbling, not in any white pants or anything.
In a
but-
way, that lemonade really did put a hole in my ass that day.
And you will do it again? You like the lemonade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You think it was the lemonade that did it?
I didn't know what else could have done it.
Really? Usually, I feel like, yeah, it could
Do
have
you
been.
think it could have been a Mandela effect thing?
It could have been. You could have been thinking of Pigpen.
Keep in mind, I was sopping wet, just sitting in my room on standby to continue my shower after he.
Oh, you
he
weren't
wrapped
done
up.
with your shower.
No, I just got. I was
See,
like literally.
That's
like
why I
minute
kind of
in.
feel like you could have, because you guys are best friends and all. Do you
Yeah.
ever go poo in front of each other?
We haven't tried it yet.
I mean,
You
I
guys
guess
should
if we
give that a
had to-
shot. Taking the relationship to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look, you guys could. Would you guys go poo in front of each other?
definitely.
If we were camping, maybe.
I would if I was you two.
I'll take a shit right in front of him, no problem.
I'll do it right now.
Let's see
we
what
try
happens. Yeah. Let's see what happens in a little after dark segment of this.
I don't know if I'm like comfortable yet, but like seeing you two do it, I guess I could.
I
Probably
mean,
get into
to
it.
me, if I was at your guys' stage, you guys have been best friends for 15 plus years. I would probably be I'd be very comfortable with taking a First of all, I'm surprised you even put a towel on yourself.
Miranda was home.
Well, okay, that's
yeah.
something.
Public
She doesn't live there
indecency is
though,
a
right?
serious thing.
She
No.
doesn't live there,
Is she
but
there all the time?
I mean, we hang out a lot, but there's a decent, like, if his girlfriend is over, I try to keep my like wiener in my pants and stuff.
That
We
makes
got a
sense.
Warsaw
Do you guys
pact.
lounge naked when you're just the two of you?
In my room, he won't know. I like having my door closed in my room because I can be naked when I want, and he will never know. So we do that kind of thing.
You guys don't just lounge around the house though, the living room and stuff, naked.
No, not particularly.
But you've seen each other naked before. Be honest.
I don't think I have.
You've never seen each other's
No.
penises.
No.
Come on now.
Is that why you brought us here today?
Well, I just thought you guys were best friends.
No. Not like
Um,
that though. Not quite.
I'll be honest. Even the guys that I was doing the most intense cracker fucking with, I didn't see their cocks. So I think.
Okay, it's a different time, different generation, I guess, because back in my day, we all saw each other's penises, and that's how it worked.
At the YMCA?
Wherever, the YMCA, the WCA.
Is that when people like, if you were like homies with someone, you would like both cut yourself into a blood pact?
Sort of. That's sort of what it was like for us,
Is that like a Gen X thing?
It's sort of a Gen X thing, yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever like plan to see each other's cocks? Or was it more just like you're in the
Yeah,
same
we
room,
planned
might
it.
as well
We
do
planned it. Sometimes we planned it. Sometimes we just happened to be around.
Yeah.
And by the way, I saw penises. I mean, I saw my best friend's penis easily in my 20s.
And what was your first thought?
One of my best friends.
Yeah.
My thought was that's
Did
kind
he
of
live up to your expectations?
no.
Let
Well,
down.
I didn't expect it to look a certain way, and it did.
Okay. What, like circumcision wise?
No, shape wise.
Okay. What were you hoping it would look like?
Not hoping. I just was expecting it to look more straight, but it looked more.
Was it conical?
No.
Were the
Well, it
balls
was
mismatched?
conical in the other way.
Oh.
It didn't. It was larger on the tip, the end tip.
Whoa.
It was kind of.
Oh, I've seen
almost,
dicks like that. I don't like
It kind
that.
of almost looked like a.
It's like a melted popsicle.
Like a mallet?
Like,
almost?
I know
a
what you
mallet.
mean.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, something like that. It was kind of mallet-esque in a way. It was sort of like a medicine bag.
Oh.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
A medicine bag?
Like that the doctor has like his stuff in?
No, this.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Is that called a medicine bag or a ball?
Speed bag.
Speed bag.
That's it.
It's a speed bag. That's what
Okay.
it is. Yeah. Thinking of speed bag.
You ever take a hit on it?
Was he doing that to his dick
Hit-
when you saw it? Just
Well, that's what I started doing when I saw it. I thought, oh, okay, I guess it's training time.
yeah.
I guess it's training season. And then he was telling me, come on, hit it, Bren. He called me Bren back then.
Damn it.
Hit it, Bren.
Cool nickname.
So there was a little bit of a mix-up on today's episode. I told these guys an hour earlier than it was actually supposed to be, and I made a big mistake on that, and I'm truly sorry. And how can I make it up to you? 1. 2, you said that it worked out anyway because you ended up going to Barnes & Noble.
It's Barnes & Noble. For the longest time, Mandela, I thought it was Barnes & Nobles. Does that... I asked someone who worked there. I'm like, it's Noble, right? She's like, what? I'm like, not Nobles? She's like, yeah, just the
They dropped the S. It's cleaner.
What if you called it Barn & Nobles?
Yeah.
Barnes & Noble.
Barn & Nobles.
That would be distressing.
But it did really work out.
Yeah,
Because-
tell me why.
Pete and I went in, and keep in mind I'm wearing the bandana today
Yeah.
because I've been reading a lot of David Foster Wallace. I just want to see if this could work for me too.
Yeah.
So we went in
With open minds.
open minds.
With open minds and with open hearts and open
clear
minds.
hearts. Yeah.
Open hearts and open minds.
I was just looking for Consider the Lobster. So we're walking, and then this guy comes out of like nowhere with the craziest beard.
Yeah.
Like he just had the most insane energy. He was like playing with his Tesla book.
I thought you were saying he was playing with his testicle, as if it was a speed bag.
Dude, he's playing with his book.
Yeah.
He sees me. What did he
Well,
ask me?
you were playing with a book. He
I can't-
kind of sniped you. He came out of the
that what-
trenches. Cam was taking a
Okay.
photo of this book that said ADHD for strong women.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, yeah.
It was a
got me.
pink, beautiful cover. It
What,
was
you
a
looking
funny
like
title.
Hillary Swank right now, hardcore.
Yeah.
Swank. He's
Yeah.
swanked out right now. Look
I'm
at
swanky.
the camera on him. Okay, swank him. No, now you're not swanking.
Well, and this
When
guy,
you smile, you look like swank. Sorry, you got that swanky smile. Okay,
Swank.
carry on. Sorry.
well, this guy came over to be like, "That's not the David Foster Wallace section," and you
Yeah.
got him into a conversation.
Really?
I pulled him in hard because
Yeah.
I felt his energy that he was just like
A bat out of hell.
he just had a nuttiness. To
How old
him.
was he?
I'd say mid-50s.
Okay. Big bushy beard.
Big bushy
Actually,
beard,
yeah.
like kind of a skinny guy, and then he
yeah.
had like a nice polo on.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't know if we can say bushy beard. It was like a stringy white beard.
Okay.
It was kind of like stringy,
stringy beard.
right?
It was
Am I
wild, yeah.
misremembering? It was.
No, it was strange.
It's got like wispiness to it.
Okay.
Yeah, that wisp. And then so I kind of went in a little bit hard. Like he was like talking about like this Tesla book, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, what? Did you think that was a book about cars or something? And then so we had like a little bit of a
Wait, who's made the first speech?
He made the first advance technically on Cam, but Cam fought back
I
immediately.
What
fought
did he
back
say
hard.
to you? How did he say? What did he come up to you? He said what?
It was like a misunderstanding. He thought Cam was taking a photo of Atomic Habits. You know that book.
And the guy
that's
said,
everywhere?
"Are you taking a picture of Atomic Habits?"
"Yeah."
or something. And then I said, I thought he was talking about the other book. I'm like, that's one hell of a book, huh? Or something like that. And then I forget what the exchange
You
was
asked
there.
like what he's here to look for. What he's looking for.
So that was
Flags.
his Fort Sumter.
Yeah.
So he started this thing.
Yeah.
And we go in, we're kind of like going back and forth about like the Tesla book, and God, and then it just got so crazy so fast
Crazy so fast.
because he was like a normal guy that just seemed like he's like a little quirky, and I think he was trying to be polite with us.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, "What's your favorite movie?"
You said that to him?
Yeah, just point blank.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Blade Runner 2049."
Well, he stumbled a bit. He's like, it's a movie. It's like a series. It's like Star Wars.
Oh, yeah,
And so
yeah,
I
yeah.
went Star Trek.
Yeah.
And he said it's 2 movies. And then I don't even know how we got to Blade Runner.
Wait,
but
it's his favorite movie and he didn't remember the name of it?
yeah.
Okay.
What's even troubling is that he gave us a duo. So like, he couldn't even pick between the two at first. And then he's like, but actually now I'm thinking about it, 2049 is my favorite movie, the Blade Runner sequel.
And then I just immediately was like, oh yeah, me too. That's my favorite movie, which it isn't. And then he said, why?
Yeah.
And he kind of called me off guard.
And then you had to say, well, it all kind of started when I was watching the show, The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Yeah.
And I felt like it left an impression on me that gave me a sort of taste for
adventure.
That sure, a taste for adventure.
I told him point blank though. I said, dude, it's Ryan Gosling. He's the reason why I love that movie. And we were kind of laughing about that.
Like he like laughed out loud when
and then he said,
that.
"You know what? You kind of look like him."
I wish he
did. But then he, and keep in mind, I think the three of us are all trying not to like laugh here, because it was just.
You mean the guy was trying not to laugh?
Yes.
You think
like
he was
Cuban
in?
Missile
He
Crisis.
was you felt he was maybe sort of playing around too in his own way.
Yeah, we were all playing around. I think we were trying to see what the breaking point was, and then Pete, you asked him where he worked or something, right?
Yeah, I asked if he's an engineer because he was talking a lot about science and Nikola Tesla and all this stuff. I asked if he's an engineer. He blows right past that. He asked him.
He steamrolled Pete.
What was the question? He asked you
he
point blank.
steamrolled this, and he just looked into my eye, like into my soul, and he said, "Do you understand?" No, he said, "Do you know what the essence of perception is?" And that really caught me off guard at a Barnes and Noble, because I was like, no.
How
and
do
he
you
waited for
respond
me
to
to
that?
answer.
Yeah, how do you respond to that? But thankfully, like, I'm a bystander. I was like fresh off of getting rejected by him, ignoring my question, and I go, "Is it observation?" And he goes, "Yes." Like
No,
a
at this
school
point,
teacher.
I was trying to catch my breath and not laugh here, because at this point, still no one had laughed.
Yeah. And then the dam broke, and I just burst out
No,
laughing.
but tell him why the dam broke. Because then he said, I said, wait, so what do you do for a living? And he said, I'm a street photographer. And then I said, okay, let me ask you a question then. How would you feel if you're sitting on the street in any city except for New York City, and some guy fucking comes up, puts his camera in your face, and takes a photo of you, and then he puts it online on Instagram? Is that creepy? And he was just like, what? And then he just exploded laughing.
Yeah.
He laughed.
He laughed, and he's like, yeah, that's fucking creepy. And I was like, yeah, it is.
And you?
I'd laughed before this.
Oh, what
I had
happened?
to reset.
What was his reaction when you laughed?
He kind of chuckled. You were sidebarring with him, and he chuckled when he saw that I was laughing.
I had
out
to
loud.
hold down the front with him because Pete was breaking on the side. So I was 1v1ing him at this point, and I just asked him that question.
And then he started laughing.
He laughed really hard.
Did you ever laugh?
I laughed after that, yeah.
Yeah, really?
Because he was like, yeah, it's fucking creepy. And then that just made me laugh.
Well, to be honest, I think I broke because I was trying not to look him in the eye because I knew he would stare into my
His
soul.
eyes were insane.
So I'm scanning the bookshelf that's in front of me, and I just see a book that's written by a guy.
Dude, this author is so insane. What was his name?
By a guy named Zach Wieners.
Wait, what was it?
Zach Wiener-Smith.
Dude, Wiener Smith. I'm sorry, that's not a real last name. So,
The town Wiener-Smith. He's just out there smithing on some wieners.
no, it's just so out there.
Sidebarring.
And then ultimately what happened was I said, so if it's not fucking creepy, randomly taking a photo, I said, can we take a photo together? And he screamed.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. And he ran away.
Scurried away.
He sprinted away.
Really?
Yes.
So he didn't want to get his picture taken?
No.
Refused.
Now, do you think he was a cool guy who was having fun with some boys, or was he kind of off?
There was something off about him from the beginning. It wasn't like he was a normal guy.
Having fun with some boys?
No.
I think he wasn't sure what it was for a long time.
I think he was interested in having fun with some boys.
But he knew he couldn't laugh.
Yeah.
He was trying to hold it.
That's interesting. And okay, so that kind of made it worth it, that the time mistake thing.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad that worked out for you guys, or whatever.
What do you think Zach Wienersmith's ancestors did for a living? Where do you think that name came from?
Well, they could have maybe been, sausage fabricators.
It's possible.
sausage technicians.
Wiener Smith.
I mean, it's not like, I know wiener sounds like penis, but it really comes from Vienna. I mean, it means, it means basically Viennese. Vienna,
Really?
or basically it's Vienna. Vienna in German is Wien.
And vein.
Wien, W-I-E-N. And then if something is from Vienna, it's Wiener.
It's veiny.
Brent,
Like a wiener.
Let
Yeah,
me
it's
ask,
Wiener, yeah. Wiener.
let me ask you a serious question here. Do you feel like you have more of a wiener, a dick, a penis, or a cock?
I very much have a penis. Very much.
Really?
so.
You're a penis
Oh
guy?
yeah, I'm a big penis guy. Yeah. What about you?
Me?
This is a good question though.
I think I got more of a. I think when it's soft, it's a wiener.
Oh really?
I'll be honest. I think when it's hard, it's a little bit of a cock. Pete, what about you?
Team dick.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
100% a dick.
Dude,
I know that about you.
totally
without
makes
even
sense.
seeing it.
Actually, your face looks like that.
Yeah.
You look
Your
at him.
face
you're
looks like you have a dick.
this
actually.
guy has a fucking dick.
Yeah.
But do you think that's right for me?
Yeah, I could see that.
Like right now, I'm soft. So you're looking at me, you're like wiener kid,
Wiener kid.
right? But then if I were to get hard, maybe you'd be like, that's a man with a cock.
Yeah, I could sort of see that. I could sort of see that, and I could see you modeling that too.
You think so?
Actually, especially with this bandana.
You like it?
Well, I'm not saying I like it, but I'm saying that I could see you having a big cock with that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the band. Do you think I'd look like a Wiener Smith kind of guy?
Wiener Schmith?
Wiener Smith?
Wiener Schmidt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your own, yeah.
Do you think your dad had more of a wiener or more of a penis cock or a dick?
He had a penis. It runs in the family.
Dang.
Okay, wait, now hold on. How about this?
Okay.
Does Pete? Do you think he has nuts, balls, or a sack?
What about testicles?
I mean,
Oh,
I think
that's not part of the
just the
choice. That's too
scientific.
formal.
Okay, yeah.
That's just the
Yeah, sure.
definition.
Okay, say it again, actually. Balls?
Balls, nuts,
Nuts.
or a sack,
Oh,
right?
let me think of it.
I know what the answer is.
Oh, yeah, but even though you haven't seen it. Let's see, he's got a dick, so how does that pair up?
Can't square a circle.
He's got nuts.
Yep. I was thinking nuts.
Yeah. You got me pinned.
Yeah.
Oh, you do have nuts?
Yeah.
No, and that's a crazy
yeah.
combo. You know this guy fucks like a horse when he has a dick and nuts.
Right.
Okay, what about Brent? What do we think? Keep in mind he has a penis.
Yeah.
It's balls, dude.
Yeah.
It's
like,
just
there's no way
it's
sack.
penis and
There's no way
balls.
it's
You
sack,
caught me
it's
ball.
balls.
You caught me red-handed or ball-handed or whatever. You got me. You got me. You caught me left-handed.
Did you ever wear a bandana on your balls?
Like
You
a,
ever think about
a
how
little
funny
nut
that'd be?
hammock.
Almost like a cowboy. You know how
That'd
they
be
wore
cool.
bandanas on there? Yeah.
Right.
Would it
right.
have to go around my taint?
No, I
Or
think
no,
it.
you're talking
I think it
about
just
a
covers
nut
it.
size.
I think it
A
just
tiny-
covers it, kind of. You know,
love
like it's sort of like a bandit,
Yeah.
kind of. You know, but it's almost like, yeah, I get it.
I want my
Like
balls to
a-
look like Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah. It's like a loincloth that missed the mark. Like your dick's still visible.
Right. It's kind of like Bolly the Kid,
Yeah.
Balls the Kid.
Yeah. No, I can see myself doing that.
Yeah.
Do you like having balls?
Not during the summer. You
You're
know
more
what
of
I
a
mean?
winter sack guy.
Yes, because in the winter is when it really becomes more of a nut. Not nuts. It becomes more of a sort of
I see.
walnut. It becomes kind of a. It just becomes a lot more compacted. That's when my balls go up, and it's just a lot more manageable. You know,
They travel up
I mean,
for the winter.
Yeah, they travel. They
hibernate.
kind of hibernate. You
Yeah.
know, for the winter, and I kind of like that. It's less of a nuisance, but I will say though, sometimes they go a little too far. You know what I mean? Those wrinkles get a little too deep.
Have you ever have they ever gone up and then you're afraid you can't put them down? Because that happened to me one time in my life.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
got scared?
It was like they did the V sit and reach, like they went up,
Yeah.
and I kind of had to like push them back down.
How did you push them down?
Just my fingers.
Oh, with your fingers, not with
Yeah.
your mind?
I can't control my balls like that.
Really?
I know some guys can.
You ever get sort of an upward swing?
It's more of a torsion for me. I like sometimes they'll get like swing around. I don't think they know up and
Oh.
down. They're more of an x-axis
Oh,
kind
that's
of pair.
interesting, huh?
Yeah.
They're never going in for the winter.
X
huh?
and Z.
Do yours go in for the winter?
They're going for the winter, and I only had testicular torsion one time, This, I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if I told you about this. The summer of 2020, I was running a lot because I was home, and I was running in boxers, so my nuts were flying all over the place.
Is that right?
And
Do you wear boxer shorts now?
no, dude, if I'm running or working out, I'll wear like tight briefs,
What kind of briefs?
like boxer briefs.
Okay, that's what I thought. So you call them boxer briefs.
But I'm talking
You
about
don't
straight
disrespect
boxers.
the name briefs.
But these are straight boxers.
I got that.
How many holes in them?
The buttons, you mean?
There's three
No, like,
holes.
any, like-
There's 3 holes in a boxer.
Really? That's
Aren't
like
there?
Yeah,
qualification.
yeah, 3 holes. But my nuts got twisted. I had to go to the doctor, and he was feeling up my not wiener, my balls.
Yeah.
And
You have balls too?
Yeah,
Okay.
He's filling up your medicine bag.
yeah, they're balls sometimes. And
Oh wait, what do they become?
what?
They're balls sometimes, and then what?
Well, then sometimes
transmogrify?
they're more like a sack.
Oh, okay, got it.
Like in the summer, they're a sack.
Yeah.
But I wasn't making any noise, and he's like, son, if you had testicular torsion, me tugging on these things, you'd be screaming like you're hanging off a chandelier.
Mhm.
I thought that was kind of interesting, because would you scream if you were hanging off a chandelier?
Well, it reminds me of the time when I went to the doctor I'd gone to as a little kid, and I went back to him when I was a teenager. So I took a break from the doctor.
Yeah.
And he didn't. Okay, this is not. I'm not making this up.
Okay.
So I went to him when I was, under 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I went to him when I was 14 or 15,
Okay.
and he said, and he checked out my penis.
Yeah.
Touched my balls or whatever, And then he said this right almost immediately afterwards. He said, "Well, you sure have grown."
Whoa. Is that when he like told you point blank that you had a penis instead of a cock or dick or wiener?
Sort of a thing, yeah.
That's when you learned.
It was. But no, I think
Grown.
he didn't mean it like that. I think it was just bad timing in a way. But
Wow.
I think he meant to just say that I have grown a lot since I was younger. But I think it was an accident that he said it right after he had touched my penile area.
Did he kind of scoop it, or like what was he doing?
He did a 1-finger scoop.
They always scoop your they kind of just
It's a bit of a swab. They kind of do a sort of 1-finger swab.
well, because you're laying it down like this.
You ever
and they
swab
flip
your balls with a pinky? You ever kind of dip in,
To smell?
take a dip,
To be able to like smell what it's like down there?
just sort of,
Take a dip in
I don't
enemy
know.
marshland?
Take a dip.
yeah. You ever take a dip? Thank you. Okay, who does he look like?
Did you find it?
Let's bring it up. Okay, Aaron has a lookalike
Beat.
for Cam. He's thinking more. He's even
Oh, he
more
got something
swank-like
else
than
here?
Cam. Actually, he's got something even more swanky,
Oh my god.
more swank-like. We're about to find
It's
out.
gonna stun.
You ever take it?
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that dude? Who is that?
Is that from the Iron Claw? Is
No,
that one of
dude.
the-
You know
Oh,
who?
is that Zac Efron?
You know who actually he reminds me of that I have been told I look like is the one singer, that one guy. He had a big crowd.
Oh.
Dude, you know who I'm talking about?
Barry Manilow?
Rob.
No, he would sing
he
like
Rob?
like cheetahs. He
Michael
loves
Bol-
girls.
Michael Bolton.
Turks and
Turks and Caicos or something.
Yeah. Young Turks.
Young Turks. Who sang?
Robert.
Hart.
Who sang Young Turks?
Oh my God. Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart.
Rod
People say it
Stewart.
like
That's-
Rod Stewart.
All right, I'm
Wow.
not kidding, Aaron. I think that actually looks like this one here, Pete.
Whoa. I see that in the eyes.
I could kind of see
I
that.
Is
do
it po-
actually see that a little in the eyes.
Can you, if you can't, it looks like Pete a little bit. Pete kind of looks like Ryan Gosling meets Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Owen Hart.
I'm just
That was that
picturing
guy.
that.
Okay. I could kind of see that.
Do actors ever like do that? Like they
And then
pitch.
10% curly fry.
Do actors ever like submit headshots and like pitch themselves as like cross like combinations of like already pre-existing celebrities?
That's a good idea.
Like a little
It's
tagline.
just on the bottom of the
Yeah.
headshot.
Imagine
That's kinda-
Ryan Gosling meets Owen Hart.
And then you're like,
Right.
that's where I come in.
Yeah.
I like that.
Just gotta start doing that.
Just a quick question, Aaron, if you want to respond via text on here. Do you think he looks like Hillary Swank? This one here.
No, he's saying no.
Okay.
Wow. Brutal.
That's our own little.
All right.
But Hillary Swank looks like Millie Brown. We discovered that today.
Millie Brown. You know her full name is Milford, right?
Is it really?
Milford Brown.
That's like
Milford
a township in
Pierce.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Milford.
Milford Brown.
Okay.
Next time I meet Milford Brown, if I ever get to meet Billy Brown or whatever, I'm gonna say nice to meet you, Milford Brown, Mrs. Brown.
You know, I heard she.
Her name is Mrs. Brown.
Is it really?
Miss Brown. Miss Brown. You can call her Miss Brown, and it's fair.
You think anyone calls her 11 Brown?
That's funny.
11 Brown.
Well, you know what I actually heard is that she has an insane Funko Pop collection, and that's why Drake liked her so much.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What
He's
does
got a
that
thing
mean,
for
Funko
funk.
Pop.
Do you know Funko Pops?
What is that?
They're like little collectible guys. You can get any pop culture character in a Funko Pop.
You're saying Drake rocks with funk. Do you think he could be like a spokesperson for Funko?
I think he probably. I think
could
he
be
has a
crazy.
crazy collection too, is what I've heard.
What about that other guy's name? It's Finn Wolfhard. Is that his
You're
name?
playing with us now.
No,
There's
isn't his name
way.
Finn Wolfhard?
No, Finn Wolfhard is the what's his name?
Wiener Smith.
Wiener Smith of our time.
Yeah, he's the new generation. Wiener Smith was Gen X. Okay,
Wolfhard is
Wolfhard.
now.
Yeah.
Finn Wolfhard is whatever your thing is.
That's crazy. There's no
Do you
fins
guys
on
feel?
wolves.
Do you guys feel like you are young?
I don't feel that anymore.
You don't feel young anymore.
I used to feel young.
Do you feel like I'm a lot older than you?
I used to feel like you were.
Really?
Yeah.
You did
Yeah.
when you first met me?
I think so. Yeah. I think because when I first came out here, I was like 20
Yeah.
or 19,
19?
20, and like everyone felt so old to me
Really?
because everyone like was in their late 20s or 30s, and then you're a little older, and then
Or 40s even.
right.
And did you? And what about you? Do you feel a lot younger than me, or do I feel a lot older than you?
I don't know what I feel. You know, I don't.
But what do I feel?
Like, I'm aware that you're older. I think conceptually, like, I see you as an older person, but I don't think. Like, I mean, we're riffing right now, and
Yeah.
I think it's pretty natural.
Right, and we know all the same references.
Yeah.
Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Yeah,
and
I think
you
you're
can't
pretty
do that on
down with
television.
No,
our
that I know
times.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be 26 this fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's really interesting that you're in your mid 20s, and you're loving life, and you're going diarrhea, and you're, taking showers.
Yeah, getting thrown out of a shower.
But it is kind of crazy because there's a lot of years between us.
Really?
Well, what do you think, in all honesty, about your 20s and like mid to late 20s? Is it more of a setup for your 30s, or should you just be like out there just smacking your nut against a table all day? Like you're young as hell.
Well, I think the 20s is definitely some sort of adolescent training stage.
Really?
You're not really an adult until you get into your 30s. And that's when the best years of your life will ever happen.
Do you think if we were older, that guy in Barnes and Nobles, we probably could have had a better conversation with him?
You probably would have got his number, at least.
Yeah. We probably would have known the essence of perception right off the bat.
Right. Well,
After years of perceiving. We just need a couple more years of that.
Yeah. But dude, 26, it feels like it's going to be a weird ass
it's
age.
definitely a sexy age.
Is it
Sexy.
really? Is it swanky?
Yeah, it's definitely swanky.
What do you see for both of us at 26? Just knowing
Well,
us.
I think that you guys are going to definitely start to really come into your own.
in terms of our sacks.
Yeah, you're gonna ejaculate into your own bodies.
Wow.
You
When
know,
the balls
for
get
the
pulled
winter.
off.
For
Yeah.
the winter, it's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
go. The semen for the winter at 26,
Yeah.
it goes. It doesn't spurt out. It
Yeah.
spurts in
Yeah.
into your heart. Owen Hart.
It's tough putting a bandana on your balls in the winter because they're sucked up, but that's also like the bandana would keep it warm during the winter.
Right. It's a good
little
way to sort of
conundrum.
hide your sort of hide the hibernation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes you don't want the people to see the
true.
hibernation happening.
Yeah. Back to the cowboy thing. You don't want to know what's behind the bandana.
Right. Do you think of your balls as a bandit?
A bandit?
Yeah.
And your dick's like an upstanding citizen. So it's
Something
like they're like a clash
literally
between these two
upstanding something?
forces.
Well, what part do your balls actually play in the grand scheme of things?
They're the brain to your dick.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. You probably live a sort of more fulfilling life if you just sort of cut the balls off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Could you cut the dick off and live in
No. You want that penis.
Yeah.
You need the penis.
You need the penis because you can go pee-pee with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes poo-poo if you try hard enough. You put some kind of plug in your backside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be getting into that
Yeah.
when you're 26.
Coming out pasteurized.
How far apart is your birthday?
This dude's so close.
How close?
I think it's like 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 days apart, I believe.
That's so fun for you guys as best friends.
It's
Now
nuts.
you know who's
I
the
love friendship.
Now you know who's the older one, right?
It's definitely gonna have to be Cambo Slice.
Whoa.
Cambo's dude. This is my kid brother right here, man.
Is that true?
This is my kid friend. Yeah.
19 days older than him, huh?
Mhm.
No, I got him beat.
What?
I got him beat.
Is
Are
that
you,
right?
How old are you right now?
Wait, which way does it go? Because if your birthday's in November and mine's in October.
Okay, wait, I think that's
older
what
or
I
Oh,
got.
you're older.
That's what I was
Yeah.
confused on. Shit.
I always get that mixed up.
Okay,
too.
I'm the kid
Shit.
brother.
All right. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, look, guys, we're gonna get into it with these guys, okay? On the Unzipped, okay?
Do you think if you have employees in life, you need to know what they're packing?
I do.
Do you think you should be entitled to just have a peek?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if they ever need to be your genital donor, they have to match up.
Yeah.
You can't be employing people, surrounding yourself with people who don't have similar genitals.
And
In case
again,
there's an emergency.
I think it's just like ball guys hang out with ball guys. If you're a
Yeah.
nutsman, you're gonna hang out with guys who have nuts.
Cockmen are more provincial.
No, I think they also say.
Coxmen are definitely kind of more rural types.
I also
They love
thi-
the outdoors.
Yeah, and I also think they say opposites attract.
Yeah.
So that's why,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, that's why you guys work
with our
together.
shafts.
And
Right.
dicks are more beatnik style.
Yeah. He's got, his dick and my wiener, I think, just Matt is a pair
Penis is sort of just classic style. You know what I mean? Straight edge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Straight edge, classic style. You know what I
They're
mean?
like the Freemasons of.
Penis is sort of more Generation X.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think a penis is Gen X. I think wiener
Actually,
is
okay.
millennials.
If I'm being honest, though, penis is more maybe a different generation. I think Generation X is more dick, to be honest. In general,
I could actually see it.
if we're talking general,
Boomers,
Baby
are the silent-
boomers.
Yeah, they have penises.
baby boomers, to be honest, might have cocks.
You think that?
No,
way,
they have.
No, they do.
Actually-
They stormed
actually-
Normandy. They get cocked.
No, they didn't though. They didn't storm Normandy.
No, they were Vietnam guys.
Yeah.
they were Vietnam guys.
Vietnam guys had dicks then.
No, Generation
Yes.
X has dicks. Okay, because they're sort of grungy and stuff.
Who had cocks in Vietnam?
Hold on, let's just figure this out real
Yeah.
quick. Okay, real quick. We're gonna figure this out, and then we're gonna go to the unzipped. Okay,
Yeah.
wieners belong to. That's gonna be either baby boomers or the greatest generation. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, let's see here. What are the other ones? Penises?
Dick, cock.
Okay, no,
Penis.
penises is gonna be then too, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, now what was it? Cocks?
Dick and cock are the
Okay,
final two.
cocks. I mean, basically, I'm not. This is a generalization. I'm not talking about you guys, but
Yeah.
I think Generation Z and millennials don't really have genitals.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah, I feel like millennials are just. What are they? I don't think they
millennials,
got
I guess,
anything to-
probably. Yeah, they're not part of this conversation.
Yeah.
They got
And-
penile shafts. I don't know what they have.
yeah, right.
They
They
just
got
like-
dongs.
They have dongs.
No,
That's-
dude,
they have
dongs is the silent
That's
generation.
it.
Oh, that's the silent
Yes,
generation.
actually.
Yeah.
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 So, something like that. And then
Shaft.
Generation Z, there's no penis anymore. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you guys. I'm just saying
Yeah.
in general, there's
Yeah.
nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just mounds.
It's just sort of. It's just what
Mounds.
mounds. Yeah. It's just mound. It's just almond joys and mounds.
Yeah.
Either you've got an almond joy or a mound.
Yeah.
Okay. And now look, these guys are. You make comedy videos, and
Yeah.
where can people watch those videos on TikTok?
Yeah. He does the TikTok. I do more. I'm more of the Instagram guy,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Oh,
Like
God.
just
the
for
group is
uploading.
called.
It's so you're gonna think it's Pete and Pete.
Yeah.
It's actually a content channel,
Yeah. Content.channel on Instagram.
and I think the TikTok has a 0 instead of the O.
Just whatever we could ground.
There
up.
might be some other character, so just search up that general.
Okay, or look for Cam George.
Yeah,
Cameron
yeah.
George, or
Peter
Peter
Peter-
Dippler.
I call him
Dippler.
Petey Dick.
Peter
online.
Dippler will do.
PDD.
PDD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doink.
Look for them, and also you can check out the official. I mean, it's not happening anymore, but the official Mr. Beast podcast.
Yeah.
Well, we actually should we say this here, Pete?
You know, we want to do it right, but I think season 2 might happen.
Oh, it will. Okay.
It might.
We have an interview with a 12-year-old boy that we've been sitting on for over a year now.
Think of this as undiscovered footage because we had never released it when we recorded it almost a year ago.
What's the exact name of the podcast?
Beast Pod Official.
Beast Pod Official, and you can find it on YouTube.
Yep.
I'm on an episode.
Yeah.
Brent
Thank you
came
for
on.
joining us.
We
then.
break down all things Mr. Beast. We follow his videos, and we just love to talk about that kind of stuff.
We're the only official companion podcast to his library of content.
So check that out. I mean, it's not ongoing. I mean, there's a season 1. There might be a season 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the for this show, the Poundcast, you can check out Instagram, the Poundcast. You can check out YouTube, the Poundcast. If you want to watch the show, it's on the Poundcast. Yeah. Okay. And also, if you want to continue on with us for the Unzip bonus content, and you get the episodes a couple days early, okay, you also get almost no ads. There's just one Jerky ad on there. That's it. Okay. No ads besides that. Go to patreon.com/Poundcast. There's no the. Okay. Poundcast. And there's other little tidbits on there, but I think you're going to want to check it out. Okay. And is there anything else? Thank you to Aaron Bruntgart behind the boards. Thank you from last week, too. We forgot to mention you last week, so thank you to Aaron Bruntgart. And thanks for Aaron Bruntgart for, just everything. And also thank you to Jack Birch, who helps us out on the other side of things, too. Jack Birch helps make the clips. He does other things. So thank you to Jack Birch. And sorry we forgot to mention you last week as well. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, we should do this again next week.
Let's do it again. My name is Brent Weinbach, and we'll see you next week, or we'll see you just in a little bit at the Unzipped. Okay? Bye-bye.
Brent talking. Brent, what will Brent talk about today? Brent talking to some pimples. Brent will talk to friends, and Brent talking on the Poundcast.